I'm non-binary. Non-binary. Do you know what that is? If you don't, go on the Googler. Go on the Googler. Googler.com. Non-binary. It's not that hard.
Dating as non-binary, let's go. So I have struggles dating as a non-binary person because some people cannot tell if I am either male or female. I've been on the gay side of Tinder my entire life, and I've always had struggles over there because what I've come to realize is that most gay men want other masculine men. So my friend suggested, why don't you just go on straight Tinder? So I changed my settings, thus now I'm on straight Tinder, and I kid you not, on the first day, I have had more matches on that one day than I have my entire year on gay Tinder. So
Guys, if there is anyone out there who still thinks that dating as a woman is hard, hope that this TikTok makes it clear for you. The first day that she made her female account on the hetero part of the dating app, she got so many matches. If you're a man, guess how many matches will you have in one day, even if you spend all of it trying to match. But ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to the channel, welcome to my desert-themed atmosphere. A few days ago I did a video in which we covered a Reddit story of a non-binary person having trouble at dating. And unfortunately I didn't have enough time to address why men don't want to deal with non-binary dates. So I figured, hey, let's make a whole video out of it. Now, I say men, but women don't want to deal with this either. But first, let's end the TikTok and then we will dive further into this.
So I was like, okay, cool, maybe I found my people. Boy, was I wrong. I made a good connection with this one guy. He was 6 foot, he was Korean. We had a good conversation about anime and he asked me to hang out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to on a boba date. Everything seems going good, but I was like, let me just make sure that he knows that I'm non-binary before meeting up. And so as a way of him to read my profile, I mentioned something on his profile. I mentioned his dogs are really cute, and you have to click through the photos to see them in hopes that he thoroughly looks through my page as well, because it clearly states in my bio that my pronouns are he, him, and his, and that I am non-binary. At one point in the conversation, he even mentioned my name because we had to change the time, and he was like, thanks, Kevin, which is traditionally a male name. I bring up that I'm non-binary, and he goes, what is that? I'm over here like, oh boy, here we go. It means I'm not necessarily exclusively male or female. And he goes, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I just wanted to be honest with you before we meet up. And since then, he has not responded.
Well, at least she didn't call him whatever phobic for not wanting to deal with her, like the girl I covered on my last video. Guys, statistically speaking, from 1 to 7% of the adult population is LGBT, meaning more than 9/10 of people are heterosexual. And the same way this lady didn't find success in the homosexual part of the dating app, because men were looking for other men, and not a woman that identifies as a man, the same way hetero people, men and women, are interested in the opposite sex. And talking about this reminds me of this case that happened over a year ago, where a dude started a new sexual orientation called super straight, where he would only feel attracted to women in a woman's body with a woman's mind, because he got constant shame that he wouldn't date a trans woman. And the LGBT community was butthurt about it for so long. And many people from that community will call you whatever phobic if you don't want to date non-binary or trans or whatever. So, if not wanting to date a man in a woman's body makes me transphobic, if I don't want to date a person because her religious beliefs are different than mine, does that mean I hate her religion? Or if I don't date a person because, she has a really different culture than mine, does that make me racist? Excuse me, but who are you to tell me who I should like? Like, damn, man, if I want, I will set the standard that I want to date only women called Tatiana and no one else. Who are you to put labels on me and tell me who I should or shouldn't feel attracted to? get out of here, man, with all these insults and trash talking and blaming and shaming. I mean, it's ironic that, the group of people who want you to, who want to be accepted by everyone are the ones who do not accept you having your own standards. Go on Google and search the definition of heterosexual. Isn't it self-explanatory as to why I wouldn't date a woman who looks like a man, or a man who was born a man but now is a woman? The reason why hetero people are not interested in non-binary is, first off, because they don't feel attracted to that. Pretty simple reason, not much to be said about it. Second off, it's a constant feeling of walking on eggshells, because if you yourself don't know what you identify with or what you feel attracted to, then how will I know? And of course, I'm talking about commitment here. If it's a one-night stand, then people only care about how you look. They will use you and forget about you the very same day, no matter what you identify with. But when people look for serious relationships, they have some expectations and they want a certain direction. They want stability. If you don't know who you are, or if you change your pronouns every 30 minutes, that's not a good start to a relationship. And you may say, oh, Hiran, it's because you are a stupid cishet who is old-fashioned. No one thinks like you. Okay. Here is a video of a LGBT person who talks about this topic.
Babes and babe lovers. So today's topic is non-binary, and as a member of the LGBT community, this comes up in conversations an awful lot, and I have never fully expressed what I think of non-binary, if it's even a thing, if it isn't a thing. First of all, I don't think that anyone in the non-binary community even can fully explain what non-binary is. It seems like it's this made-up term that anybody can use for whatever reason they want.
I'm not male, I'm not female, I'm somewhere floating around in there.
Wait, so you're a girl? You're a trans woman, but you're also non-binary? How is that possible? I don't get it.
I think that non-binary is actually a new woke way of saying androgynous, just like wielding a sword of wokeness over the new term. For validation purposes, for pronouns, for control.
Don't identify with having a gender because I found it really restrictive.
It gives me the freedom to express myself. If I wake up one day and I want to spike my hair and do punk rock makeup, I can do it.
So clothes, makeup, the way they speak, the way they act, whatever. And that's one of the reasons I haven't made a video on this topic. No one has really been able to come up with a concise definition for the term non-binary.
So, if in your own community, no one even understands what non-binary is, if you yourself can't fully explain it, or understand it, or measure it, then it's pretty obvious to me why people don't want anything serious with you. Because they don't want to have this constant feeling that everything could change from one minute to another. While looking for, videos talking about non-binary, just go to any video about non-binary and you will have comments like this. I've been Googling non-binary stuff for the past few hours and I'm absolutely beyond confused. I'm looking it up because I do want to make an attempt to understand other people and who they are, but I'm more confused than before I started looking it up. I feel bad, but at least I'm making a genuine effort and not just judging and degrading those people. 356 replies later, I feel didn't help a lot. I feel I'm destined to just not get it. Sorry. Don't worry, man. Don't apologize that much. I know it's dangerous to not be worshipping all the time, I know it's dangerous to have a mixed opinion or not understand it. But don't worry about it. Nobody understands it. This other comment here. My best friend came out as non-binary a couple of days ago, and I came here trying to understand things. This video just made it 5 times more confusing. So, I think no one really knows what's the deal with it. And you may call us insecure, old-fashioned, ignorant, factory settings, whatever you want. But, man, never let anyone shame you for acting with reason and for having standards. But with that being said, guys, I think this topic is pretty self-explanatory. Leave a comment down of what you think or what experiences you've had. and if you will date a non-binary person, and why not, and see you.